Hey, welcome to ATA. I'm here with Tina and April, and we're going to talk about health and fitness from non experts today, okay? Of our journey of what we went through, our do's and don'ts, and all that fun stuff. And we're going to start with Tina because she had a scary episode that was life changing for her. So, Miss Tina, tell us about what happened to you.
Well, welcome everyone. We're so excited that you guys are here. And Angel, before I start, I got to tell you how cute that top is that you have on. Y'all, none of us planned on wearing pink today, but we all kind of came in pink and coral. So that's super cute. I love it. Um,
Hey,
go ahead.
my 18-year-old turned me onto this Sheen page, whatever it is, okay? 12 bucks. 12
Oh,
bucks.
okay. I might go shopping there after we're done.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I love it. All right. So you guys, my health journey started about 5 years ago. I ended up in the ER a couple of times and just thought I was having a heart attack. And fortunately, it wasn't life threatening. It was just life altering. So I was waking up at night. I was having tightness in my chest. I couldn't sleep. And then it would happen sometimes during the day. And y'all, it was acid reflux. On the contrary, my dad thought he was having acid reflux and was actually having a heart attack. And so I remember sitting in the doctor's office after going through all of these different tests that we had done. And he looked at me and he said, if you'd lose some weight, you wouldn't have this issue. And my feelings were hurt. And I cried because he told me I was obese. And literally, that's what he said. And he was a great doctor. He's a great physician. He had very poor bedside manner, in my Southern opinion. Okay. But I got mad, y'all. So my feelings were hurt and I cried and I got mad. And when a woman is mad, it means motivated and determined. And so on January the 31st, I joined Orange Theory Fitness and I started working out. And I saw a nutritionist and I changed the way that I ate and I lost 30 pounds. Now, in that process, he was exactly right. I don't have that issue anymore, but that's what kind of kicked off my health journey. But what it made me think about and realize is that, well, first of all, when mama's not sleeping, she's not happy. And we all know the answer to that, right? And so that kind of kicked us into some other things. And we'll get into some other, some quick tips for you guys, probably in our next episode of just some simple things that you can do if you're looking for ways to change your lifestyle.
Yeah. Tina, we do get our feelings hurt when someone tells us the truth, right? I can remember my doctor saying to me, like, I can't believe your blood pressure is that low, as overweight as you are. What?
Nice.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. Yeah. April, I know you talked about what woke you up. So share that with everybody, okay?
Yeah, and the funny thing is that, I'm retired military, so I spent 20 years working out. So when I retired, my husband and I had bought a convenience store, and we were still fitting in the working out, but we were working a lot more hours. And it's just, right now I'm 57, so it seemed like
No way.
yes way. Every year it was like a pound here and 2 pounds there. And once you hit 50, and some say 40, but definitely 50, those little tweaks that you used to be able to do with your diet, like, oh, I can cut out sweets, I want to eat sweets every day of the week. I'll just eat them, 3 or 4. So that doesn't work anymore. That's a reality check for y'all. You talk about real talk. It just doesn't work anymore. So don't be disappointed. You've been warned. So a friend of mine went to a doctor and they were working with her to lose weight, and she wasn't active. And I was like, look, I'm working out. I was running. I used to run a lot. I wasn't losing weight. And I thought, well, I need carbs because, I'm working out and I'm running and I need all this stuff because that's what we've always been told. But when you're 5'3" and 160 pounds, girl, don't need that many carbs. I mean, that's real. So I went to this doctor, and what I liked about her, she didn't give me any drugs. She didn't give me any shots. It was all like, she weighed me. I stepped on this fancy scale. It told me like how much my limbs weighed. I mean, that was incredible to me. It's like, my arm weighs how much? So my fat percentage, all that kind of stuff.
Can tell you how much your girls weigh? I can help you.
They didn't break it down to that. Not much, I can tell you that. I don't have your problem. But even and then I did another test my metabolism. It measured my metabolism. And from that, she told me how much protein I needed, how much fat I needed. So really broke it down into, and even how many carbs I needed. And, really worked with me to say, you know what? Some women benefit from a 16-hour intermittent fasting. And being menopausal, of course, that was the category that I fell into. And I was like, no, I mean, I eat breakfast, I eat lunch, I eat dinner. I mean, I've got this rhythm. Do I need 3 meals a day? Maybe not. Doing intermittent fasting, I eat twice a day, and I've adjusted those times so I can have dinner. My husband and I can have dinner together. So my breakfast is a little later than, like my regular morning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I know there's some places that people can go to check out that test that you're talking about. That scale is called an in-body scale. And so if you just look that up, a lot of times your health and fitness places have it. Sometimes gyms have it. Sometimes it's a local doctor's office, but it's called the in-body scan.
okay.
Scale. You get on the scale and you hold your arms out and you stand on the scale, and it measures all of those cool things. So I love that you did. I did that too. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a 12-week program. I lost 20 pounds and I feel so much better. I feel healthier. When I lay down at night, I don't feel like I've got, an elephant on my chest because I overate for dinner, not saying that I don't eat carbs now that I'm more aware of what I'm putting in my body. I may have, like tonight, we're having burgers and fries and onion rings, and I'm going to eat them, but I'm not going to eat, a bag of them. I'm going to have a couple of onion rings and then maybe 5 tater tots or, something like that. So I make changes where I can and where I'm willing to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So my theory is if I'm having fries, I don't have the bun. I don't know if it works or not. But, hey.
Yep. And I have cauliflower buns too.
Ooh,
Costco has them. Yeah. So it's been a journey, but I'm so glad I did it. No hesitation.
Well, I am so proud of you because April, that 50 thing, like you're like, okay, I did 10,000 steps. I only had 800 calories. Why is this not coming off? Right. And I had the opposite part when I sat down and talked to my doctor of what I was doing. He goes, you're not eating enough, Angel. No wonder you're only losing a pound a month, right? Like your body is going, ooh, nope, she's not going to feed us. Go into starvation mode, right? And then the other thing he said is when you put your body into stress. So like if you're like stressing your body out, then your cortisol goes up. You're like, who's like, tell me all this stuff. And I was like, well, that's a good reason not to run anymore. I ran one time. I tried to run one marathon, and that's a good reason not to run. All right, like just don't put your body into stress. I'm just joking, but really, this is Angel Rawson's theory. Okay, but since Doug passed, I've lost 30 pounds.
Wow.
So, and I didn't know that till I was at the doctor's office the other day. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you've lost," and I went, "I haven't." So I think lost more now. So it's so interesting how we had to make a mind shift. right? We can't eat pasta every night anymore. We're not 16, right? We can't do all of those things, but we have to have really good nutrition. I think we're going to talk about this in our next episode. But for me, walking that 10,000 steps, I did a little bit of intermittent fasting, but probably not as disciplined as you, April. A little bit of it, but I really just cut out the carbs and just focused on eating vegetables, eating good, clean meat, and very, very little carbs, and eating dark berries, eating dark fruit, and I feel so much better. And sleep. Oh my God, we think as women, well, we'll stay up late and get this done and then get this done and get this done and then this done. And then the alarm goes off at 5:30 and you got to get the kids to school and everything. And you have not had enough rest to function, to be the mom, the wife, the, significant other, whatever that you are called to be. Okay. Like we need rest. We need rest.
Absolutely.
We need rest.
Definitely.
Hey, we're going to talk more about this. We're going to talk about more of this in our next episode. But in body is what you said the scale is that we need to get?
In body scale. Yep.
Yeah.
And you can go to Amazon, you can get a scale that measures all of those things. But if you go, you can Google it, and usually you can find it like at your health food stores. Different places have them. So,
okay, your arm weighs this much, Angel. Your boobs weigh this much. Your butt weighs this much.
It does. It's really cool because it gives you that metabolic count. What you're burning if you're just sitting still. And in the next episode, we're going to talk about just some practical ways to be able to win this in your life. Because y'all, it can seem overwhelming. Oh yeah, Angel lost 30 pounds. Great. Tina lost 30 pounds. Wonderful. So y'all, 36, we've lost 80 pounds together. That's a small child. I'm just saying.
Right.
Right.
Big bag of dog food.
And so it sounds like, oh yeah, it's easy just to come on and just flippantly say those things. But we want to come back next week. We want to give you some practical tips that you can put into place every day. That's not life altering. It's not going to change like the progression of your whole day, but just little things that you can sprinkle in here and there.
Yep. So in closing, we'll see y'all next week, but we want you to never forget that you are powerful.
And you are beautiful.
And you are enough just the way you are.
Yes. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.